Alright, before we begin, just a little bit of an update. You'll notice that there's some goals up there at the top of the stream. Once we get into the nitty-gritty, we'll probably take those down, but they're still going to be running in the background. So for those of you who do not follow my update videos or content on YouTube, then you would not know this. So for the month of February 2024, there's going to be a couple of stream goals at the top. One of them will probably stick around for after February, which is we'll do a Jackbox stream whenever the bit goal gets met, and we'll reset it every month. As for the other goal, I have decided as a way to up engagement, we're going to shave my beard live if we hit the goal within a month. If we don't, well, maybe we'll do this again at some point in the future. And that's all we have in terms of recent news. We're still going to try to stream twice a week. This might be a shorter stream just because I have stuff to do after the stream today. I'm still a little bit sick, but my health seems to be improving as far as I can tell. So, without further ado, I should probably move to the game scene. And we'll hide those little rewards for the time being. If anyone asks, I will... If anyone joins stream later and asks, I will add them to the stream. But for the most part, this is just going to be a tiny little reward. Now, a lot has happened since we last played Genshin. And by which I mean the 4.4 update is out, which I believe means Lantern Rite has started. And beyond that, there's not much else going on, so that's all we really have planned. I want to say we might go for 4 hours. That's probably the most time I'm willing to invest into the stream today. But how much of the Lantern Rite event is available and how much of it is going to be unlocked, I don't know, because I haven't played Genshin in about 2 weeks. I don't even remember what I was doing last. I might have been on stream the last time I played. And probably... this video will probably end up on YouTube a little bit later than my normal videos because I am very busy right now. So I probably won't have time to edit this down. So if you're seeing this on YouTube, it'll probably be February like 8th or 9th by the time you guys see this on YouTube. If there's something clippable, that you might see that first. Other plans are... I know that Paimon is out in Star Rail, and we will be doing that content. But for the time being, we're going to start with this, because I've put it off for longer. We'll jump back into Paimon next stream when we stream again on Thursday. Those of you on YouTube will probably see that stream like a day or two after this one goes on YouTube. Now we just have to sit through the really, really long loading screens. God, I don't look forward to how long Genshin's going to take to load once like Sneznaya or fucking Conria has been added to the game. I bet they're probably just going to put Conria in like a domain just to save on file space when we get that far. But we're supposed to be getting Natlan in like fucking 6 months. So I have no clue how that's going to be handled. Because Natlan will probably be out like in late August or late August or late September. Possibly early October. I guess 6 to 8 months, I should say. This is probably when we're expecting Natlan. For my health, I've actually started drinking vitamin water. Just to help my immune system a little bit more. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't really like the taste.
Lantern Rite should be coming up soon, right? Everyone must be busy buying things to make their homes more festive now. Wonder what this year's theme is going to be. Oh, Paimon can't wait to find out! Let's hit the Liyue Harbor and ask around!
Alright, sounds like a plan, Paimon. Now, this will be the point where those people on YouTube are going to skip to it because I put chapters in the video description. I always put chapters in the video description. Alright. Where's the new region? Ah, it's over here. Wonder what's going on here. Supposedly, north of the desert is supposed to be Snezhnaya, and if this is Snezhnaya, that's fucking tiny. I assumed Snezhnaya is supposed to be actually up here, or up here. Alright, gotta go all the way over here. I forgot to read what the title was. Don't worry, Editor Me will have read it. He'll have put a chapter icon in the description. Or maybe he'll just skip to this point. So many loading screens. So many loading screens. You know, I have a recurring nightmare in this game where eventually the loading screens just get so long that it'll actually be faster to walk everywhere than it will be to teleport. Because the game file will just be that big. But we're almost done. We're almost in. We're almost loaded in. Alright. Walk around Liyue Harbor. What is this mission called again? Oh! So much going on here. The Orioles bask in spring, the heavens present auspices. Auspices? Anyway, harbor's all decorated as per usual. Oh, look, it's Charlotte and Qiaoying. Two of my favorite people.
And Charlotte! Paimon never thought she'd see you two together.
I did. Eventually. I think I mentioned it in my 4.4 reaction trailer. That I kind of hope that we just see Charlotte as like the... I'm here to document the current event from now on. Because now that they have a character that's like a newsie, they can kind of get away with that.
Nice to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Nice to see you. Like, period. I feel like I only get to see you in events. Because you were, like, barely in the main story.
Oh, we're not interrupting anything, are we?
Not at all. I wasn't in the middle of an interview or anything. I was just asking Miss Qiaoying about purchasing a kite.
Purchasing a kite?
A kite? Are you buying some regional specialties to bring back to Fontaine?
Well, yes. And...
It seems you haven't heard yet. The theme of this year's Lantern Rite is kites.
Huh.
Oh, so that's why Paimon has seen so many floating in the sky.
Liyue Harbor is always
I forgot,
changing,
last year's theme was
so
Music
it is only
Festival.
fitting that Lantern Rite should change in turn. The Qixing believes it would benefit Liyue to build on our own cultural foundation by embracing the technologies of other nations. After all, it is said that the stones of another mountain may serve to better polish one's own jade.
I've never heard that saying before, but I can at least respect it.
yeah, remember my business meeting with Tianquan Ningguang the last time I was in Liyue Harbor? That's what it was about.
Oh, that's what you were doing here. I thought that was, like, related to the card tournament.
But all I really did was use my network to introduce Lady Ningguang to some interesting people. I'm not sure that quite counts as fostering cooperation.
Have I commented that I really like the little bow on the end of the string of her monocle?
In the end, we decided to combine Liyue's traditional art of kite making with Fontaine's mechanical vertical lifting device.
The mechanical vertical lifting device. You mean the anti-grav machine?
Mechanical lifting device?
Or the elevator?
Sounds pretty impressive. But don't kites
Or is it
just
like
use
the
wind
balloon?
to fly? Why would you need to add something mechanical?
Or are you talking like the balloon boats?
Well, you've actually just answered your own question, Paimon. How high and far a kite can fly depends as much on the weather conditions as on the skill of the person holding the string.
But as soon as there's no wind, you can only flail about helplessly like a sweet flower medaka out of water. Experience doesn't matter at that point.
Exactly. Liyue is now a nation ruled by humans after all. It's about time we had the power to make a kite fly, don't you think? Plus, the easier we can make it to enjoy, the more people will want to participate.
That's not a bad idea.
Right? I also thought it was a novel idea. Plus, it shouldn't cost much to do.
Make an automatic flying kite? What kind of technology is this?
With Miss Charlotte's help, everything has gone smoothly.
And unfortunately,
Our new
my kite
mechanical
expert
kites are
mod is
already
not in the chat
available
right
to
now.
purchase from a stall in the harbor. We're having trouble keeping up with demand.
Ooh, I like the designs on those. It's a big fish.
We also gave quite a bit of thought to the price. We didn't want it to be too much more expensive than a traditional kite.
Cool! Turns out you two and Ningguang like playing with toys just as much as Paimon!
Toys? They're not exactly toys.
This is the side of Qiaoying that I wish we got to see more of. She has like a lot of personal hobbies that she doesn't really share.
You see, Miss Kuching? That does seem to be everyone's first reaction.
Although kites are one of our most time-honored cultural relics, outside of their use in certain ceremonies, I suppose they're considered playthings more than anything now.
I mean, that's what they kind of are in every other nation where it's not a cultural relic.
But to me, there's so much more than that. Think for a second about how remarkable it is that a flimsy paper kite attached to a string has the capacity to touch the sky. It is this slight piece of paper that also carries the weight of Liyue's cultural traditions.
Man, I need to get you and Amber in a room. You two could just talk for days.
There's an old poem that goes, "O kite born of paper, flying true and sound, a lone traveler wanders, just waiting to be found."
Then send them love, send them word, send them homeward bound.
In the past, poets from Liyue used kites to symbolize a feeling of longing, or evoke the peacefulness of idyllic rural scenery.
How come you weren't in the Liyue Mondstadt poetry event, Qiaoying?
If the people of today can derive enjoyment from this activity, they will not only be more likely to better appreciate the tradition, but also to pass it down to the people of tomorrow.
That's the Kuching we know, always thinking 5 steps ahead of anyone else.
Well said, Miss Kuching. I've learned quite a bit myself.
As long as you're willing to listen, I'm happy to share. I also know quite a lot about the various folk traditions related to kites. For example, whenever a kite blew away, people would say it was the Adepti that summoned the wind to take it away as an offering. That way, you can turn an unfortunate event into an auspicious one.
What about something more fun? Do you know anything like that?
More fun. Let me think. Oh, I suppose we should first talk about how kites are made.
They're
It's
paper,
another one
right?
of our precious forms of traditional craftsmanship. My grandfather told me that back when he was a boy,
This is the first time I've
children
ever
learn
heard
the
her
art
talk
of
about her
kite making
family.
step by step from their elders. First, you use the thin strips of bamboo to construct the frame. Then, you draw a design of your choice on a piece of paper, paste it onto the frame, and tie on the string.
That feels so flimsy. There's gotta be more complicated than that.
Then, you look towards the sky and release the kite to soar among the clouds. Some people write down certain names or desires on their kites, cut the string, and let them fly free. Others may place particular thoughts or meaning into the design itself.
This just reminded me. In a theater near me, they're doing a re-release of The Kite Runner. It's a really, really old movie at this point, and an even older book. I read it before I got to read the book because my parents made me read it when I was a kid. But it ended up being a required reading during senior year in high school for one of my English classes. Got to watch the movie after. It's an okay movie. I personally think that the book drags on for a bit long. The movie gets through most of the points at a much more reasonable rate.
Are certain designs associated with certain meanings? I'm gonna jot all of this down.
Well, for example, kites in the shape of a butterfly typically symbolize freedom,
Oh, no.
happiness, or the desire to break free.
I have a hoot. My Hutao sense is tingling.
Fascinating. What else can you tell me?
The scissored-tailed swallow is the most classic design. It symbolizes good fortune and joyful tidings. Different colors also have small variations in meaning.
Are these commonly understood meanings and symbols in Liyue? Kind of like the language of flowers in Fontaine.
Is the language of flowers truly exclusive to Fontaine? I could have sworn they used that in Liyue and Mondstadt as well.
I believe so. Most have probably heard something about it from their elders at some point. If you're interested, Miss Charlotte, I have several books on the topic that I could lend you. They could be a useful reference.
I wonder who these suspicious individuals are.
That would be a huge help!
The camera panned to them. They gotta be important probably for the event, right?
Great! Looks like I've got the outline for quite the article on my hands.
Hope it goes well.
Perfect! We're gonna take a look around.
Then I'll show Miss Charlotte to my home for a little while. I almost forgot. The Ministry of Civil Affairs is hosting a kite flying contest on the night of Lantern Rite. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to bring a kite and participate.
Good. Let's attach Paimon to a string and get her in the air.
The rules are simple. Whoever flies their kite the highest and furthest within the time limit will receive a special honor along with a secret prize.
I've already prepared more than enough empty film for the event. I can see the spectacle already.
We'll be there.
Oh, Paimon was on board the moment you said secret prize.
I actually just wanted to fly a kite, but sure. I'll try to win, I
Then I look
guess.
forward to seeing your performance.
You bet! See you then! Wait, Traveler? Take a peek to your right. Do you see those two people lurking over there?
Yeah, I see him.
Is it just Paimon? Or were they staring at us the whole time we were talking to Kuching and Charlotte just now? They seem fishy.
The cheesing does attract a lot of attention.
Well, yes, but something's up. Paimon just has a bad feeling. Do you think they could be treasure hoarders? They always seem to be stirring up trouble during Lantern Rite.
Did they stir up trouble last year? I guess they kinda did, but it was only during, like, one of the weird events that you just do for, like, rewards.
Oh, Paimon's sick of waiting around for something bad to happen. We should strike first, you know.
Whoa,
Spoil
whoa!
their plans before they even begin.
Paimon, stop doing that. That hurts my eyes.
You go right, Paimon will go left.
Wait, Paimon. There it is up there, the Jade Chamber. Let's attach it to a string. That'll be an even bigger kite. Now what just happened? Oh, thanks for the follow. Just a reminder, since we've been going for over 20 minutes, that we do have 2 goals running right now. I'm going to try to do a reminder for these like at every half-hour point. We'll probably keep it so that I will do the stream boss. Every time the stream boss gets killed, we'll probably still do a poll, but...
Oh.
Eh. Alright. Suspicious man with They look like a K-pop band, whoever they are.
It is with such an air of urgency that you appear before us. Your comportment suggests you believe us to have committed some heinous crime. Perhaps you could enlighten us as to your intentions.
I recognize that VA from somewhere. Is that Mooncarver's VA? I could be wrong.
Whoa, where did this fuddy-duddy come from?
Fuddy-duddy.
You should be the one doing the enlightening, buddy. Don't think we didn't notice you eavesdropping. One look and we could tell you were up to no good. Tell us everything, starting with your name.
One bears no secrets before two such as yourselves. You stand in the presence of the mighty and illuminated Adeptus, Mooncarver.
Okay, it is Mooncarver, which means you must be Mountain Shaper, right?
For the purpose of this foray into the mortal realm, however, you may address one as Hojong.
Hojong.
You kidding? That deer's got his head stuck so far up in the clouds, there's no way he'd humble himself down here with the rest of us.
Paimon, now you're just being racist.
You may want to hold your tongue, Paimon.
Don't
Whoa,
think that
stop
Paimon
zipping
is going to
around.
believe you just because you know her name. Let Paimon guess, you're supposed to be Mountain Shaper, right?
Indeed. Mooncarver and myself have descended upon the mortal realm for a visit. The two of you may call me Qiaoying.
Jiahu.
Huh. Looks like you did your research. But in our experience, the harder you try to lead us on, the more likely it is that we've got a big fish on our hands.
Paimon, please stop.
We'll go straight to the Millilith and have you arrested for impersonating a Adepti.
Come on, Ether, you can't be this dumb.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
If you really are who you claim to be, perhaps you can prove it.
Right. Tell us something that only an Adeptus would know. And it better not be some common knowledge that any person on the street could tell you.
Rex Lapis is alive. Rex Lapis is Zhongli.
During the last Lantern Rite, we gathered at Mount Hulao with Rex Lapis and made use of Cloud Retainer's supreme cuisine machine to prepare bamboo shoot soup. Perhaps you have some recollection?
I do remember that. I actually do remember that.
The flavor of that soup was more than enough to whet one's appetite. As such, Cloud Retainer assented to my use of the device beyond that singular occasion, providing other recipes to boot. Since then, one has dabbled in the pleasures of the culinary arts whenever time allows.
Dabbled? Upon one's last sojourn to your mountain, did you not immediately attempt to hide the device behind a chunk of amber as soon as one's presence was known?
God, these two are adorable.
Did one not speak up on your behalf but a moment ago? This is how you choose to repay that kindness?
One is simply trying to emphasize the veracity of our claim.
That does not mean you should reveal personal matters so readily. They might think one bears no difference from Cloud Retainer. Forget it. One does not have the breath to waste on such petty trifles.
I suppose they really are the Adepti.
That might have been more detail than we needed. Seems like you two are the real deal, and Paimon, sorry for suspecting you.
Thank you, Paimon. Thank you for apologizing. Ether, now you apologize. I suspected them not at all.
But, for beings as forgiving as yourselves, this is just water under the bridge, right?
Take it as a compliment of the quality of your disguise.
You indeed have an agile mind. Cloud Retainer was not mistaken in her high estimation of you.
Paimon's still curious about something. It's just... Paimon can understand why Mountain Shaper is here, but why did you decide to come to the city, Mooncarver? It's not really your thing, is it?
I just had a stupid image just pop into my head. During that one cutscene, Kaching rides on Mountain Carver's back. Now I'm just imagining Kaching sitting on his shoulders, and I can't unsee that image in my head. I want to see fan art of it at some point. I'll go on the Reddit later and ask for it.
It is but an inevitable eventuality. Long have the mountains remained strangely idle since Cloud Retainer's move to Liyue Harbor.
Wait, Cloud Retainer moved to Liyue Harbor?
With Lantern Rite near at hand, one would expect Cloud Retainer to provide us with an account of the festivities in advance. Yet to this day, she has failed to appear.
Cloud Retainer is hardly the forgetful sort.
One must never rest idle in the face of that which demands action. And since our acquaintances dwell in Liyue Harbor, we had to travel here in human form to avail ourselves of their aid. Cloud Retainers, in this case.
I guess if Cloud Retainer's moved into Liyue, I guess that means that the events of this Lantern Rite take place after her character quest, which I have not done yet, because, as you saw in the earlier intro, we just downloaded this patch.
But a moment ago, one heard you speak of a mechanical kite of sorts. It appears the essence of the situation has hitherto revealed itself. Now, it is time for one to retire back to one's abode.
You leaving already?
Huh. So, you're not looking for Cloud Retainer anymore?
Perhaps there are aspects of Cloud Retainer's temperament that remain opaque to young Paimon. Given one's understanding, one can only imagine the anger that now consumes her.
Ah, they don't want to be around when she explodes.
Cloud Retainer is of a proud and arrogant disposition. She holds the belief that her skill in mechanics surpasses that of all others. One can be quite certain it is hardly with an open mind that she regards the arrival of this new technology.
One surmises that she has shut herself away, refused all company, and buried herself in the study of her own creations. To call on her would only invite her rebuke.
That makes sense to me. God, I hope she never visits Fontaine. Technology has probably far surpassed a lot of what she's done.
However, if you do happen to cross paths with her over the next few days, do pass along one's regards.
Sure, leave it to us. Have a safe trip back, enjoy the scenery, and happy Lantern Rite!
Thank you for your kind words. We shall now depart.
We got all worked up for nothing, huh? All that trouble and it turned out to be people we knew all along. Well, it's still pretty early. Let's head over and check out the kite stalls. Paimon wants to see what kinds of kites we can buy to use in the competition. The bigger and prettier, the better.
All right. Go to the kite stall. Ah, buttons.
Welcome! Are the two of you looking to buy a kite? Would you like me to go over the different designs?
Sure. Do we want the Jade Chamber kite? That'd be the meme, right?
Ooh, a scissor tail swallow! And a butterfly! And oh!
This Jade Chamber design is our newest. It's been selling like crazy over the past 2 days.
I can understand. It's a funny meme. Nothing screams Liyue more than giant floating castle in the sky.
Does it also have a unique meaning?
Of course. The Jade Chamber symbolizes wealth and abundance. The kite bearing its design is said to bring riches in the future to those who fly it.
Why do I get the feeling a certain someone may have prescribed that meaning to that kite?
Oh, now that's Paimon's kind of kite.
I apologize for the interruption, but are all your wares in order, Miss Genuine?
Yes, they're just over there. The paper, bamboo, and dyes. All the necessary kite-making materials.
Wonderful! I'll pack them up and get a guard to deliver the goods to Yilong Wharf for you.
Yilong Wharf.
Yilong Wharf? Oh, wonder what that place is like during Lantern Rite. Paimon would love to go take a look.
And that's our excuse to explore the new region.
Well, if the two of you are interested in going to Yilong Wharf, then could I trouble you to find Gaming and deliver these goods together?
Gaming?
Is Gaming the guard you just mentioned?
Well, yes. The communications office handles shipments and transports around Liyue. He works for the Secure Transport Agency.
Why does his
one of our
audio sound so muted?
sub-organizations. The problem is, many of my colleagues have taken leave during Lantern Rite to spend time with their families. So, our available workforce has seen a dramatic decrease recently.
Makes sense. Less people working on the holidays is a good thing.
If you were willing to help out, then I could get a head start on my next appointment.
seem really pressed for time.
We'll help.
Oh, wonderful. You will, of course, be compensated for your efforts.
Even better, didn't have to ask.
Now, at this time of day, Gaming should be somewhere in the vicinity. Just follow the main road until you see the head of a Wushu dance costume. Should be on your right.
Be sure to come back if you'd like to buy a kite. I'll even give you a discount.
Alright, now I gotta find and meet Gaming. Kind of feel sad that we're gonna meet a character in... Well, there's a Wushu... That we're gonna be meeting a new character in Lantern, right?
Wait,
I'd rather we meet them in the main story.
Loser buys dim sum tomorrow? Look at you. Scowl like that for much longer and your face might stay that way.
I'd also like it if we started doing what Honkai did, where because I recently got back into Star Rail back in November, and then we've been speed running through all the content, and we in the month of January we spent a lot of time going through all of the previous events that I missed when I wasn't playing. It was really nice that I could go back and do events that I missed.
Hey now, don't be upset. How about this? You extend the invitation, and I'll pay.
No way, Gaming. You're always the one.
Oh, I've never seen what Gaming looks like from behind. He's got a cool red hair. I like that highlight.
I'm not trying to be a sore loser. I just didn't expect you to come from behind to win like that.
That was nothing. All in a day's work, friend.
Perfect, Gaming is here. Sorry to interrupt, Gaming. We just spoke to a guy from the communications office who needs you to deliver some goods to Qiaoying Wharf.
Oh, it must have been Longzhou. Looks like I've got work. Gotta go.
Sure, go do your thing. Let's have a rematch when you get back. I won't let you win so easily next time.
Alrighty, you can hand the goods over to me. Must have been heavy hauling them all this way. Let me take them off your hands.
It wasn't that bad. It's just some kite-making materials. Plus, we didn't have to walk very far.
Kite-making materials. I see. I'm glad it wasn't too much trouble, Paimon. Still, I owe you one. Ah, and you must be the traveler. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for your help.
I'm surprised we haven't met you yet, considering how much time we spend in Leeway.
Huh? You know us?
We're kind of famous, Paimon.
There probably aren't many in Liyue who don't. I've heard quite a bit about you two. You're quite well known around these parts. Oh, and please excuse Longzhou if he forgot to thank you. Take my thanks in his place. He's a good guy. He's just been super busy lately, running around from place to place. Don't be too hard on him, yeah?
No worries.
So, you here for Lantern, right?
Yep. It's always so lively this time of year. We were actually hoping we could tag along to Qiaoying Wharf and have a look around.
Ah, yes. The fact that they mentioned the word year means that years have passed. And we have spent multiple years in this game, chronologically.
Perfect! We'll go together then. I'm good with directions, so just follow me. Trust me, I know my way around. We can exchange stories, tell jokes, or just chat along the way. Oh, and there are a couple of good places to eat along our route. We can stop and grab a bite when it's time.
Oh no, you said the magic word for Paimon.
The ingredients are fresh, the portions are generous, and the prices won't break the bank. You can order anything, and I promise, you won't be disappointed.
Order anything?
Uh-oh, Paimon seems to be drooling already.
Hey, did you really have to call Paimon out like that in front of our new friend?
Yes.
Don't worry, I understand. I joke around like that with my friends, too. It just shows how close you are.
We are very close indeed, Paimon.
Do you need to pack anything up before we hit the road? I can wait.
Nope, our things are always packed and ready. We're pretty much travel experts at this point.
Also, we have a teapot domain that we never use.
Oh, that's right. Then let's get going. If we run into any trouble, you can count on me to protect you. I am a guard, after all.
I never expected that's what Gaming's actual profession would be. Oh, are we about to get the thingy? Alright, here's the Lantern Rite events. Which I will probably do all of these off-stream. Because they tend to be a little bit grindy. Unlocks in 9 hours. So we'll probably resume this on Thursday. Just Wushu Dance. Paper Showdown. Shadow Ruminations. So we want to go from Qingse Village. That's going to be the route we'll take. I should check and see what the rewards are. I know that we'll get like a 4-star costume again. I also believe we'll do the 4-star picker. I don't know who I'll grab from the 4-star picker this year. I grabbed Yunjin last time because I already had her at like C2, and I thought having her at C3 would be fun. If I end up not being able to decide, I probably will just grab Yunjin, because getting another unit's constellations is pretty useful, because I'm not going to be pulling all that often anymore, so I got to be very picky about that kind of thing. Who do I have like the most constellations on? Anyway, maybe Xinyan would be nice to grab. Although I actually use Yunjin sometimes for like my full Geo team, so it probably should just grab Yunjin. Huh. I want an ice bridge. Where's that Tower of the Seven, anyway? Ow. Just knock it off. Will I be able to make it? I'm gonna cut it close. Oh, it got dark. I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh. What just happened? What the fuck just happened? The game's like lagging to hell. Carp's Rest? What the fuck just happened? That's not annoying at all. Fujin. Welcome. One's name is Fujin, the local Adeptus, and this tiny little teapot realm calls home for now. Huh? We were still doing the delivery just now. How did we suddenly end up... I see, so the paper is used to make kites, yes? I can feel festive fortune emanating from you. I hope that this sudden invitation will not ruin the fun. Well, happy lantern, right? That said, Paimon is not sure this counts as an invitation. Huh. Were we the only ones brought here? Yeah, what happened to Gaming? Yes, my apologies for worrying your friend, but only the two of you have surpassing compatibility with the local spirit veins, which is why only I could invite you in. I could only invite you in. You know us? Yes, your names were carried here by the fish that swim, and I have long anticipated your visit. It is a pity that but now it's not quite convenient. Else I would have invited you to a tea tasting banquet. Speaking of which, I am sorry, but I have a request to make of you. Please speak. Thank you. I presume the two of you have heard of the tea village of Chenyu Vale? Qiaoying village? I think it got brought up by last year at Lantern Rite by Zhongli, actually. This land has been famous for its cool, fragrant waters since the ancient times. The people are gentle in character, and the pristine pebbles and streams exquisite. I hear a but coming. Precisely. The waters and soil of Chenyu Vale have begun to change recently, as has the scent of its tea. Qiaoying village will inevitably decline should this persist. One hopes that you two can resolve the disharmony in the soil, the water of one's behalf. The water veins are spread across the mountains, but my power is no longer sufficient, nor is the present a good time for me to move about. Thus, I must rely on your kindness and aid. This is all a bit sudden. Yeah, we weren't exactly experts when it comes to this stuff. Is there some problem that the Traveler can just solve with lots of violence? Paimon. Paimon, I love Paimon. Just as I heard, you're quite direct. But fret not, you are clever by nature and should perceive clearly the difficulties of your encounter. You can even perform your delivery first. It is no issue. Yep, I get it. No worries. Well then, allow me to share some of the adeptal energy dwelling in the mortal world with you, to aid you in traversing the landscape and piercing the fog. Alright, it's nice to meet you. I think you said that already. Or am I forgetting? I mean, welcome to this place. Or I mean, welcome to Chenyu Vale. Also, happy Lantern Rite to you. Happy Lantern Rite. What do you mean, welcome? This is clearly a kidnapping. I'm really sorry, but I was quite looking forward to meeting you face to face, and was rather hoping you two would be magnanimous enough to forgive the impropriety. Yes, now you have been indwelt with my adeptal energy, things will become much more convenient. Now, please, try these wonders of said energy for yourself. Golden Carp's Leap. You may glimpse wondrous pearls of water scattered by the wilds of Chenyu Vale that have been absorbed by errant adeptal energy and now float. Use adeptal energy granted you by Fujin to briefly transform into a golden carp and enter into them. Once you're inside the pearls of water, you can go anywhere you please. Just hold the jump button. So it's kind of like the weird slingshot things that we do in Sumeru. Except now we're a fish. By the way, Paimon's not sure if this is an appropriate thing to say, but your aura seems a bit different from that of other Adepti we met somehow. My friends have said similar things before, but surely it's only natural that each individual person, I mean Adeptus, has an aura of their own. Your friends, huh? Oh, they must be formidable Adepti like Mooncarver or Mountain Shaper. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. It's just that those two friends are probably busy taking care of their own affairs right now. That is why one must leave this business of nursing the water and soil to the two of you instead. Are you sure you're not an Oceanid? I'm still not sure what exactly we meant to do, but we'll go take a look anyway. Okay, use your adeptal energy to leave the domain. Touch the face of him. I forgot something important. If you see a golden, can you hear me? Ah, god damn it. Oh, this is so laggy.
Oh, you're back. Jeez, guys, where'd you go? One moment you were there, the next you disappeared. You scared the life out of me.
We're so sorry. We were just, it's kinda hard to explain.
Fair enough. Well, the mountain road is pretty hazardous, and it's easy to get lost in the fog. So from here on out, stay close to me.
Yeah.
Got it. Let's keep going.
That was like some of the weirdest shit, and it's even weirder that it wasn't voiced. That's a turtle. Alright. Now the real question is, does this mean there's more Geoculuses that I can put in these now? And I still have it, and I forgot that I was collecting these at some point. What is the level cap anyway? All right.
Ooh, the docks are just a bit further. One step at a time. Hang in there.
Oh, I should check out the map. So this is Chenyu Vale, huh? And then there's whatever's down here. Oh no, not the lag again.
Wait, get behind me. I'll handle this.
Another test subject.
Sorry, pal.
What is Claymore user? Spin to win. Oh, that's cool.
Have a little taste.
Let's just use Amber.
Ba
Ba da.
Nowhere to hide.
Catching. So he's a plunging attack character.
Congratulations!
Done.
That's kind of cool.
The wrong test subject. Another test subject.
Sorry, pal. Mighty mythical beast!
A little taste.
That's Gaming's kind of fun. He's like budget Zhao, the Zhao at home.
Up to it, Montai!
That was way too fun.
Seems like we really can't go anywhere without running into treasure hoarders, can we?
When are we gonna get like a story quest focused on the treasure hoarders? They're like the most interesting villain group that we never interact with.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for deliveries to get intercepted. That's why this job needs guards like us.
Paimon was impressed by your moves back there. You seem like a real pro at your job.
Oh, that's not a skill I learned on the job. It's just a hobby. Have you ever heard of wushu dancing?
I've heard about it somewhere. I don't know if either has, though.
Really? Wushu dancing is famous in Chenyu Vale. Performers might be invited to promote the opening of a business or to spread good fortune during a holiday season.
Okay. And?
But I must admit, it has nothing on the popularity of the Liyue opera. I'm also well aware that people in Liyue Harbor aren't exactly jumping at the chance to watch wushu dancing. So, it's not something I do full-time.
Huh? You have 2 jobs? How do you have the energy to do all that?
A lot of people have to work 2 jobs in this economy, Paimon.
It's not that tiring.
That's why I'm trying to get a second job.
Paimon gets it, so you must sleep a lot then.
Not really. Just yesterday, I stayed up all night playing cards.
Oh god, not another one.
Oh.
Let's go. The docks are just up ahead.
I need to get back to playing the card game. I like the card game. I want to get better at it, but it's kind of grindy to unlock all the cards. Want to play Gwent? Oh, we got some notifications here. Reunion locales. Golden carp sleep. Alright. Shangyun. And we'll get around to doing that later. Priorities right now are Lantern Rite. And I should check and see when every step of the way unlocks. So, Festive Affairs. Okay, so we have this. And this unlocks in 9 hours? Oh, so they've only recently started doing this. So we're only going to get to do one part of this. Makes sense. And then the festivities are the 3 events. May fortune find you. Alright. Alright. Back on the beaten path. Alright. We're taking a boat.
Finally, we can rest. Ooh, Paimon's shoulders are so stiff. And her stomach's so empty.
Sorry. Did I push the pace a bit too much? I mean, you were the ones who said you were travel experts.
I mean, we are. But traveling is about the journey.
Too hilly. Floating up and down so much. Where's Paimon out? Oh, Paimon was finally satisfied and now her poor stomach's empty again.
Aw, would you like some winter melon cake? I have some on me that I bought from a store.
Winter melon cake.
Yes, Paimon will take all you got.
You might want to pace yourself there, or you'll be too full to eat a proper meal later.
I'm not worried about that in the slightest.
Paimon never gets too full. Just like you apparently never get tired, no matter how far you walk or how many jobs you work.
Ah, I see. Then here you go, Paimon. And for you, traveler. Enjoy.
Ooh, look, there's a dendro slime.
And here's some for you too, Uncle Bosu. Don't think I forgot about you, my friend. I'll just set it to the side here for you.
Seems like a real people person. He can get along with anyone. He treats everyone he meets like a close friend.
That hit the spot. Paimon thought she was going to starve to death for a minute there.
That close of a call, huh?
Paimon needs constant nourishment in order to maintain the energy to float.
Ever since I was a kid. You can buy them from all sorts of places, whether it's a small vendor on the side of the road or a big restaurant in the city. But each place produces cakes with a slightly different flavor. If you like these ones, I can give you the address of the shop I bought them from. I'll just have to check when we get back. Oh, all my jabbering must be making it difficult for you to enjoy the scenery in peace, huh? Don't be afraid to tell me to zip it for a little while, okay? Really, I won't be offended.
It's okay. Paimon is kind of enjoying listening to your chitter-chatter.
If this ends up being too short, we'll probably just try to do Cloud Retainer's character quest.
Hey, Paimon can be in a good mood anytime she wants.
You slowly lose yourself in the beauty of the surrounding scenery. Before you know it, you're greeted by the sight of Qiaoying Wharf.
Need some fresh bamboo.
Yet another loading screen.
Woohoo! We're here!
Don't forget your things, and watch your step as you get off the raft, or you're in for a swim. Thanks for the ride, Uncle Bosu. You take care of yourself now. I'll see you some other time. Okay, follow me.
I'm surprised
This way
Uncle
is
Wasu
fastest.
was not voiced.
We'll have to take the elevator up to the secure transport agency.
An elevator?
Hey! Slow down. I'm begging ya.
Oh, now you're tired?
What is it? No one's gonna try any funny business when the street is this packed, right?
I wasn't even trying to go that fast. I'm taking in the sights, collecting radishes and cabbage.
Oh, well... how should I put it?
Oh, they're not friendly to outsiders here, are they?
Come on, spit it out!
Do you see that group of people over there?
No. Which group of people?
Those are my relatives.
Ah, that makes sense.
Wow, you sure have a big family.
Once they start buying things, they won't stop perusing till it gets dark. This is bad.
They're your family, not your arch enemies. What's there to be afraid of?
Yeah, what is there to be afraid of?
Unless... Oh, did you do something horrible to them?
No, it's not that. I'm just not that good at dealing with my family. It would be best if we could steer clear of them.
Really?
I'll explain more when we have the chance, but right now, we've got a job to do.
Man, you're one of those people, huh?
The left side looks pretty packed. Let's go straight. Slow and steady wins the race.
Alright. Mandatory stealth in a Genshin game. Just keep walking. Now watch this random guy just fucking talk to us out of nowhere.
Let's wait here for a second. Maybe my aunt will leave.
Gaming's aunt. Just go around.
Stick close, traveler.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted!
How? How? The cry of Gaming's name, the relatives begin to surround you from all directions. How did they spot us?
Gaming, when did you get here? Oh, you've lost even more weight. How long are you planning on staying this time?
How's work been? It sounds tough. You should visit home more often.
The last time I spoke with your dad, he couldn't stop talking about you. He seems worried. Causing trouble again, are you?
That's funny.
Well,
That's very funny. Chenyu Adepti.
That was terrifying. Even Paimon couldn't get a word in.
sorry. They mean well, it's just...
I told you, you should have just followed me and went around the building.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's get these things delivered first.
It's okay. Whenever you're ready to talk about it, we'll be ready to listen.
Hey, Uncle Drugway. These are my friends, the Traveler and Paimon. They came to deliver some goods with me. So, I guess I'll go ahead and take these over to Uncle Yongzan then?
Yes. Thanks for your hard work. I should thank you both for your trouble as well. Please take a seat and rest for a bit. I'll prepare some tea.
Alright.
No need. We'll be off soon anyway.
Hey, we're already here, aren't we? No harm in taking a load off for a bit. Plus, I know the Secure Transport Agency has some great Songhua tea stashed around here somewhere. I promise you, one sip and you'll be hooked.
That's not a good description. I don't like getting hooked on anything.
Anyway, you just sit down and relax, Uncle Jirgway. Who would I be if I just sat here and let you go through all this trouble? Leave this to me. I have to be up and about to drop these goods off anyway. What's a little extra time on my feet? Oh, you aren't too picky, right, Traveler? I know Paimon prefers things on the sweeter side, so I won't steep the tea too long. And I'll add some dim sum pastries on the side.
Dim sum pastries. Nice.
Aw, you noticed what Paimon likes?
How long have you two known Gaming?
Oh, not long at all. We just kind of tagged along on his trip to Qiaoying Wharf. He's just a super welcoming guy. We became friends, you know, just like that.
That's just how he is. He's the attentive sort. Really knows how to look after his own. A while ago, one of our guards had to take off work. Said his joints were hurting due to the rain.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. My arm is killing me because I overworked it the other day.
Gaming personally went all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some medicine for him from Dr. Baiju, then traveled through the night to deliver it back to him.
Damn, what a good kid.
That young man has such a good head on his shoulders. How can anyone not love him? I mean, there is his dad, but, well, ask anyone else.
Uncle Yongzan says he doesn't have the personnel to spare for this delivery right now. So what do you think, Uncle Zhigui? Should I go ahead and deliver it instead?
It feels like we've troubled you enough already.
It's kite-making materials, though. Could be for a kid. I'm sure the sender wants it delivered before Lantern Rite. Oh, by the way, here, have some tea.
Refreshing aroma and lingering aftertaste, the Sunglo tea.
All right, then. Deliver it if you want to.
Ooh, are you free in 2 days? How about we grab some dim sum from Chenyu kiosk? My treat, and don't even think about trying to pay.
Chenyu kiosk?
Whoa, that's way too generous of you.
Don't mention it. Just think of this as a thank you for all your help. Besides, the thing between me and my family, it's a long story. It might take some time to tell.
I believe you.
Good. Paimon never says no to free food.
Oh, looks like we lost connection.
All right,
See you
then
at
I'm
kiosk
off.
then.
See you in 2 days. Oh, and Paimon, make sure not to eat too much before then. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, it was like no warning there. We just lost connection for a few seconds.
Is he underestimating Paimon? She's just gonna have to show him how much she can really eat.
Oh no.
Anyway, is Gaming's family situation really that complicated? He has such a happy-go-lucky personality. Plus, he's an enthusiastic and diligent worker. It's hard to imagine a guy like that being troubled by much.
How should I put it? Since he already plans to tell you himself, you don't need an old man like me to add my 2 cents. You seem to be around the same age, so you might have a lot in common.
Boy, do we have a surprise for you.
Perhaps you could help him talk things through. Consider it a favor to me.
I'll try.
If you have the time, maybe you can make a little flag for us to wave about. It can say, "We provide aid in spades." Couldn't hurt to advertise our services, right?
Well, I can certainly arrange that. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Wait, seriously? Paimon was just joking, but if you're going to get us something, she'd much rather have wintermelon cake instead.
Seems like Gaming really has rubbed off on you. Would you like some more tea? I think there's some left.
No thanks. We came all this way and still haven't gotten a chance to look around the wharf.
Makes like a plan.
We
Time to
should
go
see
for some
the kinds of
sightseeing.
kites they got. Maybe they'll have ones you can't find in Liyue Harbor.
That's not a bad idea.
All right, then. Please do let me know if you'd like more tea. You're welcome to stay as long as you like. Gaming is a good kid. I just wish he could reconcile with his family.
Same.
You're around the same age, so he might...
All right, walk along Yilong Wharf. This is literally the way we just came.
What are you doing here?
Oh, someone who I was planning to talk to later.
The way you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence.
Greetings, Cloud Retainer. Passerine Herald, Cloud Retainer, one of the mighty illuminated Adepti, who has long lived atop Mount Elsang, walks amongst the mortals under the title of Shenyun, Chenyu is passionate about culinary delicacies, delights delving with mechanical mechanisms and engineering. Though she claims to not enjoy social interaction, she has extensive connections. Alas, it is rather unlikely that a normal folk interacting with her would ever link this jocular and enthusiastic woman with the legendary Adeptus who would marshal the winds and deliver the clouds.
Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to respect your elders.
We don't know how old Paimon is. For all we know, Paimon's like 500 years older than you.
Ugh, starting on the elder stuff already, huh? Shouldn't you be back in your cave tinkering away at some kite-related thingamabob or something? What brings you out here? And what's with that huge box next to you? Ah! Paimon gets it. You're here to do some shopping, aren't you?
And what of it? The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology into said kite-flying competition is of no consequence to oneself. Did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment, or perhaps even fall to petty sulking over such?
It's not that we think those things exactly. That's just what Mountain Shaper and Mooncarver told us, or Chia something and Ho...
Jeju and Hozon?
What their
I don't
aliases
remember.
were called. Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look for you. They even asked us to pass along their regards if we ran into you.
Oh, huh.
Tianyin?
Did she forget about them?
It appears time has quite flown since one's arrival in Liyue Harbor. How could one have forgotten about those two old fossils?
And here we were talking about respecting elders.
One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone for this slight. Nay, given that one.
Also, we're doing the mind reading thing again, I guess.
Tea would be more advisable. A great thought has illuminated one's mind once again. One is reminded that certain purchases have yet to be made. Perhaps you two could wait here whilst one performs this task. It'll be but a moment.
Huh? Wait, here? You're really just gonna ditch us here to watch your stuff?
That's funny. That's very funny. So I guess this does take place after her character quest, which I have not done yet, because I believe we would have met her in this form. We, the audience, know that that's Cloud Retainer, only because we saw her in the weird cutscene flashback from last year's Lantern Rite.
Oh, that one really just does whatever she wants.
When do we get Madame Ping playable? That's what I want to know. I'll leave this stuff watching to you.
Hey, not you too, Traveler! Oh, all this Paimon ditching is super not appreciated. Just come back soon, okay? Paimon doesn't want anyone to try and steal his stuff.
Welcome. Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly from Qiaoying village. Might I recommend the Sunglo variety? It's one of our specialties.
Now, that sounds promising. One will bring some back for those old fossils, and all will be well. 2 boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special Lantern Rite promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10% off. 4 boxes will net you 20% off.
That's a pretty big discount.
20% off 4 boxes. This merchant strikes a fair bargain. One might as well give some to Morax and Ping, too. Then 4 shall suffice.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you in these exquisite gift sets. Buy 10, get half off.
Oh god. Oh no. She has no business acumen or self-control.
Look at the magnificent design. And the red ribbon gives quite the festive flair, don't you think? Such a gift would be sure to impress any lucky friend or family member.
10 boxes. Seems rather excessive. But if one factors in the Conqueror of Demons and one's disciples...
That just adds the number up by 3, so you only need 7.
10! A nice round number, don't you think? Of course you do. I'll even shave a little extra off the price for you.
Damn, this guy's a fucking fast man.
That is agreeable. One will... I will have these boxed up then.
Of course, right away.
I see you have quite the eye for fine items, mademoiselle.
Oh no.
Perhaps some of my wares might
no.
also be
She's
of
an
interest
easy
to you.
mark.
I'm a toy merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and most intricate clockwork toys Mora can buy here. Each one sure to be a source of endless amusement.
Oh, that's right. She's a fucking snob when it comes to mechanical engineering.
Perhaps you could enlighten me then. When should said amusement be derived?
Well, that is, of course, best understood by playing with them yourself. If you could wait just a moment, I can bring one out and give you a demonstration.
What just happened?
There is no need for that.
Something happened.
Mademoiselle.
Give me your newest and finest model, and be sure to package it securely.
Ah, of course. Here you go. The instruction manual is...
I can do without, thank you. Oh, many watchful eyes surround this place. If one were to be spotted purchasing a mechanical toy such as this, a child's plaything no less, it would only invite scandal.
Oh, is she thinking of us that we're watching her?
There is no harm in bringing it back to study in secret.
What a weird lady. I should head back before she notices. I think she already noticed.
Oh, Shenyan, did your shopping go smoothly?
She bought 10 boxes of tea.
Naturally. One may not delight in social interactions, but that does not mean one lacks said faculties.
Seems like she easily swayed into buying things. That box looks like it's going to be bursting already.
And you too? Are you not here to purchase things?
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are any kite stalls around Elong Wharf, but it does look like there are lots of goods from Fontaine.
You are also planning to participate in the kite flying competition, then?
Also?
One means to say, you along with all the other youths. One has been entreated to share one's kite-making expertise, and indeed, there was little one could do about such persistent supplication. One moment energetic and earnest, and dejected the next. One had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests, and thus, one will be organizing a kite-making workshop to provide personal instruction in this art form.
So were you the one Gaming was here to deliver stuff to, then?
Oh, who will be participating then?
Shenhe?
Shuyu, Shenhe, Ganyu, and Yayo.
Shuyu. Who's Shuyu?
Wow, that's quite a few people. Also, this is all pretty well, Xinyun, but it's not like you have to make your own kite to participate in the competition. You can just buy one ready-made and call it a day.
Ha! You speak of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device, do you not? 'Tis nothing but a crude piece of mortal machinery.
What if I attach a firework to a kite? That'll get it up there real fast.
The mechanism that one has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. Let us not speak of the source of the mechanism's power, but rather its structure. It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend into the sky and the durability to follow the wind for many a mile. It is built with a series of intersecting rods that... Never mind. It is unlikely the two of you will understand, even should one expend the effort to explain. One is better off saving one's breath.
It sure seems like you want to talk about it, though.
So, will you be attending the workshop or not?
Huh? Wait, you've been trying to invite us?
Seems interesting enough.
All
You
right,
can build a
then.
kite.
No need to prepare the materials in any case. One has it all sorted.
You are... So the workshop is probably where all the parts were being sourced.
Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days. I shall be expecting you around midday.
Are you leaving? Don't you want a guard to help you with that big box of yours?
Surely you jest. One goes as one pleases. For what reason would one need to rely on another?
Many, many reasons. There it goes.
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
It's like a rolling backpack, but it floats instead of rolls.
One calls it the floating toting device.
The floating toting device. It's a floating tote. It's a tote bag.
She seems pretty proud of that one. Look at her walk down the street. She seems so confident, but everyone around her is looking at her all funny. Paimon wonders... never mind.
She probably bought something from fucking everybody on this street, Paimon.
But anyway, that box of hers seems to be full of those mechanical lifty thingamabobs. Not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just, got a bit unsteady for a second and accidentally brushed the embroidery on top.
Thank you, Paimon. Now I don't have to make the what's in the box joke.
And wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came bursting out. Paimon even went out of her way to keep it all together.
What will I ever do about you, Paimon?
What Paimon say is that Chenyu sure does try hard to save face.
She really does.
What did she call it again? A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bet she just can't wait to take it apart and see how it's made.
It does sound like something she would do.
Totally. We should probably act like we didn't see anything, though. You know, in consideration of her feelings and all. After all, that is the propriety with which one should comport oneself. When it comes to an elder, right?
This is gonna be a weird lantern rite. Okay, so we've only been going for an hour and a half, which means we have time, and we should be able to, just start the character quest. I think I have enough keys. The real question is, should I? And I probably should. I have other stuff I need to do, but like I said, I did a lot about 4 hours so that we could stream today. And just a reminder that since it's been about an hour and a half, I will mention again that we will have those 2 rewards, or those 2 goals that are going to be up for the remainder of the month of February. If you want to see me shave all of this live and force me to sacrifice one of my most prized possessions, i.e. my beard, then you know what to do. And as for the Jackbox streams, people like Jackbox streams. So, I've decided that we're going to start doing Jackbox streams more often, but in order to do them more often, it'll be up to you when I do them. That way I don't have to really, think about it too hard.